I was looking at ants the other day and I like put my toe by it and like 8 charged out and squirmed around, but they're like, who is this big weird motherfucker? Okay. Can't even explain him.
Like if they, I mean, they do communicate really intricately. So
what if they're thinking like, shouts out to Ant?
Yeah,
you know
shout out.
Yeah,
totally. Shout out to my people. Oh, dude, but
I'm sorry, I've killed him quite a bit in the past, but
I don't kill him now. Right? Me too. I remember waging wars with large ants. Yeah, just like shoveling dirt and they'd still dig through and then pouring water.
Wow. So
now I look at them and I'm like, hey, I respect your hustle, bro.
Exactly. On that point, though, imagine as an ant colony, like let's say we could communicate just as we are right now. We'd be like, bro, there was a god that came and poured water, fire, lightning, like.
Well, like seriously,
you'd be like, whoa.
I remember one time in my life, I got a magnifying glass ever, and like went and found one ant or just like a line of ants and tried burning them. Like I actually tried.
We all have. I turned a roly-poly into a firework once. You know.
Well, but it was like I did it, and I was just like, you know what? I didn't like that at all.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't like it either. I remember
and even if you do it 100 times,
I was acting cool, but then I was like, after I turned the roly-poly into a firework, I was like, this didn't
it didn't feel right.
Wasn't right. Well, we eat fucking steak all day, and that doesn't make me feel wrong. But if I killed a cow, I'd be fucking traumatized by it.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. So it's crazy, like
by proxy,
and that's like disassociation. Like you know, we're literally like the mouse that make people kill things to pour the fucking blood and meat into our mouths, but yet we don't consider ourselves animal killers.
No.
And if like I found out you're like, yo, I just went and killed a fucking bear, I'd be like, I'm really thinking about if I like you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we all go home and eat a bunch of steaks, and then we have chicken with the steaks, and they're like,
oh my god,
pork sausages in the morning.
That's one of the biggest driving points, but behind hunting or fishing, like what you just like once you actually become conscious about it, you start to realize what you're doing is, first of all, it's a natural cycle of life. But other than that, the only opportunity for a lot of these animals, if you're talking about like mass production of fucking chickens and pork, they're gonna live the worst fucking kind of life that you could ever imagine possible. Like you're literally you're talking about enslavement of a pig. Like if you really want to get down to it, you're enslaving pigs. So pigs are breeding within concrete facilities, never touch dirt with their feet.
The minimal amount of area you need to possibly live, like lock you into like your body sized area and throw food down a conveyor belt in front of your fucking mouth.
Down your throat all day, and more than you need because we need more meat.
Fatten your ass up.
Yeah, dude. Because we're all like, even people who are in good shape, like we all have excess amount of food and excess
or like excess amount of something on the food pyramid, like because back in the day like for the reason we love sugars and we love meats and fat is those are the hardest things for us to get.
Yeah.
And then you go pick a fucking cherry or an apple and eat them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And vegetables. Now drive and you pick up apples. You pick up a cut piece of steak perfectly ready for you, safe and ready to go. Yeah. You didn't have to. I mean, fuck shooting an animal, bro. Like if I went out hunting and you're like, all right, shoot a deer, and I've never been hunting, I would feel fucked up when I shot the deer. And I've eaten 100 cows in my life. Exactly. And then when you gave me the knife and you're like, skin it, gut it, and get it ready, I'd be like, am I literally morbid. Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, you're like, this is morbid.
You know, like, they like cut those fucking ribs in half. Like, I'd be like, oh, God.
Yeah. And then you'll eat a rib steak every day, you know, or a chicken breast. And so,
just like,
and my argument is
sliced turkey.
It's like, I don't care if you do that. It's like, but if you're going to be on both sides and be like, oh, it's wrong for people to hunt animals, I hate
seeing people hunt like fucking rhinos and shit.
Or lions.
But that's like the 1%, bro. That's like
totally.
When you're going at hunters and saying like, you hunt exotic animals
like
and put them down. Like
1%.
Like, exactly. I would support saying no to that, but like the 99% of people that are hunting and they're like literally experiencing the actual cycle of death and life and eating, like it could even be like therapeutic.
Like for sure.
Like I wouldn't argue that for most people in society, like to go out and like deer are overpopulated in this country right now. So like kill a deer, take it home, eat it, and understand what you're actually doing when you buy a steak.
Yeah, you're fully connected.
You know what I mean?
And I guarantee 95% of those hunters, I guarantee it, aren't like fucking shooting it and being like getting their rocks off. They're sitting there and they they're thinking the same shit that you would think. You're like, damn, I just took this beast's life. But I'm going to take every piece of meat that I can off of this thing and bring it back home for my friends, family, and eat it naturally, dude. Like, you're not talking about,
I bet that's
like,
therapeutic.
It's therapeutic.
You know, and it's like, you don't have to be like Putin fucking has his buddies go hunt with him. They'll kill like a lion, and then he'll be like, you killed it, I'll go sit by it.
I know.
That's not the norm, you know what I mean? That's an extremist perspective, you know what I mean?
Totally.
And
and those people should be criticized.
Protect endangered animals, but overpopulated animals, fucking kill them.
But that's not the only thing. It's about the meat too, because these deers actually provide.
No, not just kill them. You're not going to hunt them, eat them, turn them into the shit that we run.
You're not going to hunt a rhino and get a rhino steak. You're not. It's probably not going to be that good because they're so muscly. And same with lions, they don't have a lot of good. You know what I mean? Like you can get some lean meats off of deers and elks and certain things. Not only, but they're overpopulated, but they have good meat to it, too.
Oh my god, the Sunny in Philadelphia episode where he feeds meat, like they're bitching, and he feeds meat to Charlie and Dee, and they're like, it's the best thing ever. He's like, that's human meat. Wait. So they search the whole episode. They're eating like monkey meat they can find in Chinatown. All these different meats. And eventually he's like, I killed a raccoon, I cut it up and gave it to you. That wasn't human meat, you know? And they're like, oh God! You know what I mean? Like, it's very.
Our mom works in a school district where like a lot of them are low income families and shit, and it's out in like.
Shouts out to Christy for doubling the fucking test scores there.
Oh my god, dude.
Like that shit, when she told me that, I'm like, you're so badass because you are literally shaping the future by doing that. Like, there's gonna be so many of those kids that end up doing something special they wouldn't have it otherwise.
She's like, I know she likes to play as Maleficent, but that's because what they made her
out to be.
But that's a principle. You need to fear your principle. In other words, like, I love my fucking principle.
It's like a big fuck you to the parents who, like, some of the parents are just assholes out there.
My god!
But like, even that considered, like. A lot of those families during hunting season, deer season, like their kids are not going to school because that's what they are hunting so they can eat.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So really that it's like we grew up and we go get our food.
Yeah.
That we don't buy it from the store. We ain't paying for that. We paying for bullets.
They get tags.
We got our guns. We got it forever. Oh, wow.
They get tags and they go out.
And they stockpile.
They stockpile.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in the freezer and save it for the year.
Yeah. Dude, at my house right now, we have at least like 20 deer, antelope,
packs.
That you can eat at any time.
Big time. Duck, everything.
That's fucking cool.
And it saves the shit out of your money.
And like
it does.
And it's not only saves the shit out of your money, it like you're going and buying what other people either pre-hunted by raising them and killing them in slaughterhouses.
Like systematically slaughtered.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And if I come over and you're like, this is a lion from Africa, I flew over, I'd be like, bro. But so many people would come over and you're like, I killed a deer last week, and they're like, yo, you're an asshole. You're cruel.
Exactly.
And this is back to our liberal extremist perspective versus the conservative, because most of my life until I opened my mind up a little bit, I'd be like, hunters are sick fucking people.
Yeah.
And no.
That's a normal thought within the left.
Oh, totally. It is. It's almost pushed on to be like, people that get guns and go kill animals are horrible. Go home and eat fucking steak, chicken, and eat sausage for fucking breakfast.
And here's the funny part. So it doesn't work. You can't win almost as a hunter in these battles because they try to get you in it. You will win. I mean, just through smarts and stuff. Like, people start to figure it out, but like, they'll even say like, oh, you just want it for the biggest fucking antlers. And yeah, you want to know why? Because that's the oldest fucking deer that's out there. You want me to kill baby deers and baby... And
it's like, listen, if I'm going to shoot some and eat it, I want more meat in the fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that simple. If you're actually providing for people, it's like, what am I supposed to kill? Fuck. And then it's like, it gets even down to like, you know, like, what age is it okay to kill? That shit gets blurry. But, hey, I want a lot of meat. That doesn't get blurry. No. It's like, makes sense. Well, I don't want to have to kill 5 deer.
5 baby deers that could have spawned even 10, 20 more from their fucking tree. Well, and you're going to take the oldest fucking massive guy.
Right, because he's only got so much life left.
Exactly. He'll either die from disease, being eaten by another animal, or being hunted by us, another animal. It's the same thing.
It's like you either end up in the cycle of life, or you end up in the cycle of life, and one of you know what I mean?
Like, even if he rots from disease, bugs will come and eat him. It's like, dude, There's no argument against that. It's like and especially if you're using the meat, in my mind, there is no argument there. It's like that is the most cleanest way you could. This thing lived a full fucking life, and then you were hungry and are actually going to use that meat to do something with it. Then by all means, I don't see anything.
Even in modern times, there are tribes in Africa and tribes in South America and different places, and it's like. If a kid, it does, like you were talking about the age, if a kid, by some luck, was able to, on his own, hunt an adult deer or whatever they have there that they go after, and a kid gets it, they're not questioning whether he was too old for that. They're like, we are celebrating.
They are like, we were fucking hungry. Bring that meat towards me. You were the man.
They're like, this kid is a man. Like he is, or what? Yeah,
or a young boss ass kid. Whatever you want to call it.
This kid is like doing it right. Like he figured it out.
No, totally. Then you want to talk about vegetarian, or being a veganism or whatever. It's like, okay, well now you're gonna have to do exactly what we're doing with pigs and chickens and cows, but with fucking plants, dude. You're literally gonna take farmland, destroy this soil, sap out every fucking nutritious thing, mineral, everything that's in it. It's
just somewhere or another, like everything we eat from everything came from the sun. Whether it's meat or vegetable. Yeah. Because at some point, that motherfucking deer, plain and simple, was eating grass. Yeah. But if you're hunting like a predator, you know what I mean? That motherfucker was eating something that ate grass that grew from the sun.
It's like and if you don't hunt them, say we were in a society where we didn't hunt these things, like wild boars are out of control. It's like in California, like they are out of control and we don't hunt them.
Wait, let me tell you guys something trippy. Fucking crazy. So a pink pig, right? They're 600-pound pigs.
Yeah, huge.
Okay, well get this. This is a trippiest fact, okay? If you put a pink pig back in the wild.
Oh, I know.
It will grow tusks.
No, wait. No. It's 2 generations until it's a boar again.
Oh, yeah.
How weird is that? It's taking thousands of years for us to get into a pig. Now, this won't happen with anything else. You take a pig, put it in the water, its babies are kind of hairy. Its next babies, boom! Full tusk, full boar, back. Like, something is like, we're back in the wild. We need to, change our genetic code. Like, we need to choose from that genetic code to benefit our offspring.
Yeah.
Well, but say we lived in
the quickest out of all of those
just with the pigs, there are farmers and ranches and stuff where that's what they do. They do grow crops. That's their fucking thing. And boars destroy it. They completely destroy it, and we don't want to hunt them.
Boars are fucking sav.
It's like they will destroy all of it. So we can't even live in a world where, we all are just vegetarians without just killing these fucking things.
To save having a vegetarian community.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's very interesting because, vegetarians will have this attitude, I'm a better person because I'm a vegetarian.
You're
oftentimes a skinnier person, and you know what I mean. All these
selected
things.
Your thing to be conservative about and close your mind off to.
Exactly, and for some people, it's like if you really told me I feel better every day just eating vegetables, I can't tell you don't. But if you're telling me I'm a vegetarian just because I hate eating meat because we're murderers, I'd be like, fucking raise Simba. It's a circle of life. Come on. Dude. You know what I mean? Like this shit, it's not like that animal gonna die.
Yeah.
You get it? It don't live forever. You're not saving its life. Everything dies. It's either eaten, rots down, or it's eaten by fucking something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's life, man.
So what's it better? If I took a bunch of cows and you just watch them die and rot?
Or how about cows?
What if I could have eaten that much before, and that energy makes me? I'm eating in the morning, and when I'm thinking about something smart, that energy that I'm, digesting, I come up with a genius idea that saves the world.
Yeah.
Well, and think about this, how you feel after you catch a fish. You're like, oh my god, I didn't just buy this fish in the store. I went out of my way to go into the wilderness to find this animal, fish it from its. You know what I mean? And it's this weird relationship of respect and strength and persistency that you were like, I was willing to put myself on the line.
Bro, my fucking time to get something to eat. Most of the time, you just need to drive to the fucking store, pick it up. But you actually went and put your time, your effort, your, resources on the line to catch more food to eat. And there's something spiritual that we ignore.
You respect the area that these things grow in.
Yeah. And one perspective that I really didn't think about, and I learned this from a video game, which was kind of interesting, from Skyrim. Shout out to Skyrim, is that there's these, and it sounds pretty corny, but it's like, okay, so there's different races of people on this Earth of Skyrim or whatever, this Earth-like place. And so there's these elven people who are actually so connected with wilderness, love vegetation and fruits and vegetables and trees and livelihood, that they literally love it so much that the only thing they eat is meat to preserve.
Oh my God, that's a trip that, like, who the fuck's protecting vegetables?
Exactly.
Because even these days, like, you stick, like, in something that can sense electric currents and you can hear them, they're talking too.
Oh, yeah.
These plants are, like, saying when they're hurt. Like, if you start cutting a plant, it's the electronic signals that sends that's like, it's like, I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm
dying. That's so trippy.
Isn't that nuts?
Tim and Eric moment.
Exactly, man. And so that's where the funniest thing to me is like, oh, if you're such a vegan to the point where you want to save plant lives, then you would eat meat.
And then you're them and apples are rotting on the ground that are falling from trees that you didn't pick, just like the other way around. Yeah, that's crazy. And you're wasting shit that came from the sun in one way or another because you feel type of way about it.
Bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just because you feel bad for that thing.
Yeah.
And once you actually do, like, you don't feel like when you kill like even a duck at the smallest, or whatever it is, like you feel for it. You're like, your heart kind of goes out to you. You're like, damn, I just took this thing's life.
Even for a sense, when you club a fish, like you feel it a little bit, but there's a beauty in that. You know what I mean? Because
what's good about
when you
that
just eat a fish from the store, you don't have that moment.
No,
you just throw it on there, sizzle it up, season it up like it's savage. You don't have the moment of like paying respect to it.
We have the ability also to be like. As hunters, there are other things that are hunters. Like bears, they eat things while they're still alive, like ass first. Like they will eat it while it's still living. Chimpanzees do that too. And it's like we have the ability to not only
have sympathy.
We have sympathy for them, but we have so much sympathy that we can give those things the cleanest, quickest death possible.
You're
rather than tearing this thing from shred to shred.
Imagine someone just eating your organs. Oh,
yeah, exactly. And it happens all the time.
We're not gonna do that.
Dude, killer whales, they'll kill a seal or they'll catch a seal. It's still alive, and they'll play with it, dude. They'll throw it in the air, back and forth at each other like they're playing volleyball. And it's like, dude, we can do better than that. We can make this thing dead as soon as we want it. And it didn't go through any pain. It did, or if it did, it was just like that. It wasn't like getting your asshole eaten out for an hour and then you die.
With a
you know what I mean?
Or getting so old that you weaken.
Somebody out there's like, oh, I love that.
Yeah, we're like,
crazy.
That's for sure. There are people that are like that, but I'm guaranteeing 95% of hunters, fishermen, and who are ever into that kind of thing, they are all the same. They are not like this.
They don't
is
like torturing animals.
You know what I mean?
Like, well, those guys who hunt like those trophy hunters and stuff, those aren't the same type of people at all.
And that's where like you get a polarized lens, like because you can group any kind of extremist and take the next people doing something similar, if that's wrong or right, and group them into one group. Yeah. But it's like, yes, don't go kill rhinos in Africa because there's not that many left.
There's
but
no
like,
use.
If you're gonna go catch your own food and fucking eat it, and someone's gonna call you sadistic for doing it, call them sadistic for eating steak and acting like they aren't hunters.
Just because they're disconnected, they feel like they're better. It's like, no, that's not how this works.
And even to that degree, you'd be like, oh, well, you're a vegetarian? Do you pick your own mushrooms? Do you actually grow your own tomatoes? Do you actually... It's like, well, then you're doing the same thing with commercial cropping. It's the same thing. It's like...
It's even emotional, like... I kicked over a mushroom the other day, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, I'm not even eating that, and I feel bad. Like, there was a lot of effort into that little mushroom, and I accidentally just squished it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, and that's like hunting for game versus picking it and eating it. But, even for, like, a vegetable, you... had that sense of you're ending life because it was reproducing, it was growing.
Yep.
It would have grown I mean, it's the thing that will still be around if we ever are gone. Like, those things will take over.
No, totally.
Yeah, and bottom line, it's like, would you rather have a pig, or let's say a deer, or a cow, let's say. Would you rather have a cow live in a concrete fucking habitat, exactly, body size for its exact size, force-fed, never ever got to feel the fucking soil of squishy dirt and grass and never got to graze land? Or would you rather take a bull that you found, a bull calf, or cow, out in the wild that you found, and like, not only, it's not easy either. It's not like you just fucking go to the store.
Or you're stalking this thing.
Exactly, dude.
It's like an intimate version of actually eating your food versus a disconnected version. You know what I mean?